Cambodian tycoon exposed as mastermind of $14 billion crypto. Imagine a single person secretly orchestrating a $14 billion cryptocurrency empire, built on the backs of trafficked workers and global fraud, and still walking free. Sounds like a movie, right? But this is real life. Today we're diving into a chilling, eye-opening saga that exposes one of the boldest crypto fraud operations ever uncovered. No lecture, no dry numbers. Let's walk this story together, unpack who, how, and why, and walk away with a sense of what this means for all of us. Meet the figure at the center. The man in the spotlight is Chen Ji, also known as Vincent, a 38-year-old who runs the Cambodian conglomerate Prince Holding Group. He's accused of being the mastermind behind a sprawling cyber fraud empire. He founded his business ostensibly in real estate, consumer services, and finance. But behind the scenes, authorities allege a very different machine. The staggering numbers. The US government says they've seized roughly 127,271 BTC, worth in excess of $14 billion. At its peak, prosecutors say Chen bragged his scam operation was generating $30 million a day. The scam network operated in over 30 countries, with the Prince Group's tentacles spread across Asia and beyond. These figures are almost unimaginable, and that's part of what makes the story so startling. The method: pig butchering and forced labor. What exactly was happening? Authorities describe a multi-layered fraud model. Workers were trafficked into compounds in Cambodia and neighboring countries, promised tech jobs or customer service roles. Inside those compounds were call farms, hundreds of phones, massive mobile number racks, thousands of fake social profiles. Workers forced to contact victims, build trust, then persuade them to invest in phony crypto schemes. The pig butchering term refers to the process of fattening up victims emotionally via fake relationships or mentoring, then slaughtering them financially, draining all they invest. The proceeds were quickly laundered via crypto mining, shell companies, gambling operations, luxury acquisitions, jets, yachts, even a Picasso painting. The entire infrastructure built for theft. Why this matters beyond the headline. Global reach. This wasn't some small scam targeting a handful of people. It had millions of potential victims spread around the world. Crypto vulnerability. The case shows how digital currencies can be weaponized, not just by hackers, but by organized crime exploiting trust and technology. Human cost. Behind the billions lies forced labor, human trafficking, violence, and abuse, something too often hidden when we talk about cyber fraud. Rule of law and accountability. The coupling of fraud plus organized crime plus transnational operations pushes authorities into new territory. The scale here forces us to ask, what systems do we have to stop this? What to watch out for? If someone online starts offering exclusive crypto opportunities with rapid gains, red flag. These operations often spoof legitimacy. Be wary of romance or mentoring relationships online that lead to investment requests. The trust first, steal later model is exactly what happened here. Recognize that even in the digital age, real-world structures, labor compounds, trafficking, physical locations are deeply tied into the fraud ecosystem. If you use or hold crypto, make sure you understand where your funds are, who's behind the platform, how withdrawals work, how transparent the team is. Cambodia and beyond as a hub. The country of Cambodia, where the Prince Group was headquartered, is described by analysts as emerging into a hotspot for online fraud operations. One expert called the Prince Group an essential part of the scaffolding that makes global cyber scamming possible. In other words, big money plus weak oversight plus complex crypto tech plus international victims equals a perfect storm. In short, one Cambodian tycoon, Chen Ji, his company, Prince Holding Group, allegedly built a $14 billion or more crypto fraud machine, leveraging forced labor, romance scams, call farms, and shell companies. The victims span the globe, the techniques span the digital and physical, and the message is loud. If you think you're safe just because you're behind a screen, think again. Hit that subscribe button if you like digging into stories where technology meets human drama. Share this video so your friends don't fall for the next big scam.